Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on today's show, General Motors got an interesting little situation moving through the rest of this month. The deal is this: you can get $2,500 off a brand new Chevrolet Camaro if you show that in the last 30 days you've either owned or leased one of their crosstown rivals, that is the Ford Mustang. Now, the trick is, GM Authority, who actually broke this story, the actual details are very vague, and the official details are in dealer showrooms, so at least they want to get you in the door to try to get this deal going. The other situation is this: could you walk in, or drive in, I should say, with a 64.5 first-generation Mustang, lay the title on the table, and get $2,500 down? It doesn't say anything, at least in the initial details, that you have to trade the car in. So this is kind of intriguing. I don't know exactly how this deal works. You're going to have to go to your dealership to find out. But it's really going to be interesting. There's only a handful of days left in the month. How many people are actually going to take it up? General Motors, that is, on this offer. So I would love to think that we'll know more about this soon, but chances are we will never hear the end of this particular story. Next up on the list, folks over at Audi are showing off the brand new RS6 Avant. The hot rod version of the A6 is finally coming to dealer showrooms. Power comes from a 4-liter twin turbocharged V8 making 592 horsepower, 590 pounds-feet of torque. That is shifted exclusively through an 8-speed ZF automatic gearbox. And the vehicle, of course, being Audi, means it's all-wheel drive. 60 to the rear, 40 to the front. Now, you can get a full 70 to the front or a full 85 to the rear. It doesn't have one of those big fancy drift modes like a lot of these all-wheel drive machines have coming now. But because it's got torque vectoring in the machine, it means it's going to handle very well. And because, for the first time ever, in an RS6, it's going to have all-wheel steering as well, which means this thing's really going to handle very well. 0 to 62 comes in at just 3.6 seconds with a top speed of 155 miles an hour. Unless you get the dynamic package, which bumps that top speed up to 174 miles an hour. Or unless you get the dynamic plus package, which rockets this machine all the way up to 190 miles an hour. Yes, you heard me right, nearly 200 miles an hour in this particular vehicle. Now, because it's 2019, it's got a bunch of super cool tech, including cylinder deactivation, 48-volt mild hybrid setup, which will allow to keep those MPGs up as high as possible. Now, the vehicle, of course, being RS6, means it's been widened. In fact, over 1.5 inches this thing is wider. That means brand new suspension, which is air ride suspension on all 4 corners with an optional dynamic ride control. New suspension, new brakes, bigger wheels and tires. This thing's got everything where it counts. Of course, the most intriguing thing, at least to me, is for the first time ever, this vehicle is going to be available in the United States. Yes, if you live here stateside like I do, you're going to be able to purchase one of these particular machines. It's going to be very interesting to see just how well this thing sells. What was the last sports? Oh, you know what? The Cadillac CTS-V Sport Wagon was probably the last hot rod wagon that we had here stateside. So very interesting to see just how many of these things they're going to sell versus the standard RS6. And we'll definitely keep you in tune with more information that's going to be coming out. Figuring this vehicle is going to make its official debut at the Frankfurt Motor Show, which is only a handful of weeks away. So we'll hopefully know more come then. Last up on the list, this young lady has got an interesting story to tell. This is one Amy DD, known on the internets, or Amy Double on the old Instagram. Here's the situation. She's basically got an implant, an RFID chip implanted in her body, which gives her instant access to all of her devices. But she's just taken ownership of a brand new Tesla Model 3, which too comes with a card with an RFID chip installed in an antenna, and she has since dissolved that particular card and taken the chip and had it encapsulated in biopolymer, and she's had it implanted into her body, which means that she will have instant access to her Tesla Model 3 anytime she wants, anytime she's around the vehicle. Now, This may seem scary to some people, it may seem crazy, it may seem genius to some folks. Especially to a person like me, who turned my house upside down the very day of taping this particular program because I couldn't find the one and only key of the car I just purchased a handful of months ago, which just happened to be in the laundry because I sent it through the wash. Thank the good Lord that the old keyless entry option on that thing didn't get screwed up. Seems to be working fine. So maybe this is a lot smarter than I'm actually giving this young lady credit for. It's going to be interesting to see her progress forward with her Tesla Model 3 in the future. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiast. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. Links down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time. The first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.